It's Matt. I'm here today on Man Up. It's the first show, man. It's the first segment. We're going to be adding it to our YouTube channel. A little bit about the show is basically it's for men. It's an outlet for us to pretty much come together and try to build each other up, man. That's what it's about. That's what I'm about. And that's actually why I have my buddy Gonzalo here today, because that's what he's about also. And for multiple reasons. One being he's an entrepreneur. He's out there in Southwest, right?
Southwest, Houston, Texas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Name of the shop is Good Vibes Nutrition.
Good vibes.
And I have him on today for that, and also because he's always pumping the good vibes, man. I like being around him. I like what he's got to say. I like what he has to offer, man. He's big on making himself better and making the ones around him better. And which kind of leads me into what the topic on today's show is going to be. We're talking personal development. We're talking crushing through the roadblocks of negativity, and we're talking controlling what you can and what you can't, man, and letting go of what you can't, rather.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what the topic's going to be. Let me first go ahead and give you the mic, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell the people about what kind of business and stuff you got going on with the Herbalife.
What's up, guys? My name is Gonzalo Palacios, out from Houston, Texas, and I've been with Herbalife Nutrition for 7 years. Actually, I'm going on 7 years in November. I started my journey in 2013 just because I was tired of feeling tired, and I was tired, feeling like, we can keep it real, right? Like shit.
Yeah, feeling like shit, man. I mean, shit.
I felt like I was rotting from the inside out, so that's when I decided to make a change. Never knew that getting into fitness, nutrition, and all that good stuff, it's what I will be doing now.
Right. So you're talking about like 7 years ago?
7 years ago.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
Right.
Super grateful for the opportunity and for the change and the platform that I was provided to be able to help people out. And that's what attracted me to what I'm doing now full time.
Yeah, and we were talking about this a little bit before about the platform, right? And that's what this is about too, coming together, man, just to share what little platform I have. And I think what I'm realizing too as men, that we all have a platform, man, and it's about who falls under our influence, right? Which we're going to be getting into, and whoever falls under our influence, what we're putting out on our platform is really, really important, yeah. So thanks for being here. I really appreciate it, man.
I appreciate the invite and the first video shoot.
Oh yes, sir. And
my first
video. Get into the media, man. It is what it is. Yeah. Well, let's get into it, man. We'll go ahead and go on to personal development, man. And a lot of people, well, you could call it personal development, personal growth, right? Different ways you want to look at it. I'll take it to Wikipedia, bro. According to Wikipedia, personal development covers activities that improve awareness and identity, develop talents and potential, build human capital and facilitate employability, enhance the quality of life, and contribute to the realization of dreams and aspirations. Personal development takes course over one's entire life, right? According to Wikipedia. But hearing all that, man, that shit sounds pretty important, huh?
Yeah, it is. And a lot of times we don't realize how important it is. I had no clue what personal development was, growing up, or I never had a positive role model like to teach me hey, something. I had my parents,
Right.
But really personal growth, never really said that. I was never read a book or listen to positivity audibles and stuff like that.
Right. And I think that goes into what it's talking about, because, man, I think when you're a kid, bro, you don't always have the understanding, right? Well, you don't.
Yeah.
And that's why it takes a course of your entire life, because it takes it's going to take your entire life to I guess fully develop personally, just because different experiences and knowledge, bro. We're getting older, we're getting wiser, we're learning from our mistakes. Hopefully, I know I'm trying to. that's what this is.
Yeah, everything that happens to you is just molding you to who you're supposed to become.
Right.
I see it like that. So I don't regret anything that happened in my past when I was growing up or anything like that, man. I'm super grateful for everything that happened, like even though I made bad choices, you know, but it has molded me to who I am now and who I'm becoming, you know, because yeah, like I said, I don't want to go back to the same old me, but you learn from it and you're able to like grow from it. So everything that happens to you, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you in order for you to grow.
Right.
To become, yeah.
Exactly, man. I mean, it's like everybody's gonna lose, bro. It's just how you gonna lose. You gotta take your losses. I went to this. Well, speaking of just a little bit off topic, I went to this this stock market little training, like little workshop or whatever, man. And, you know, trying to just see what it's about. And, you know, I hear a lot of good things about, well, good and bad things about the stock market. But, anyways, I'm not gonna get too far into that. But the guy said, what you want to do is, man, you gotta win professionally, but you gotta be ready to lose intelligently. Right? Well, you're gonna take your losses, right? So you just whenever you lose, you want to lose smart, man. You want to be smart about it, man. You can't get too down about it, and you gotta look at what went wrong and just try to make the change. That way you don't lose again. The same way, right? But you're gonna lose again eventually in life. But just try not to lose on that same thing, right?
You learn from it. It's gonna happen. I mean,
exactly. Yeah, man. I mean, well, for me personally, like, I know, you know, it's sometimes like, okay, like it's like we talk about how we're gonna get the personal. How do we do, you know, these activities that you know that we talk about to better ourselves, right? Yeah, man. I like to bring up Gary. Whenever I had listened to the call, Gary was on, and he was talking about personal growth. But I know the subject was also personal development, and somewhere along that lines. I don't want to misquote him, but I know he had said something about how can you expect daily personal development when you're working it weekly, right? And bro, Gary, when you said that shit, man, I was like, he's talking to me. But hey, not even really, because I was like, man, I ain't even working it weekly, man. I'm probably working the shit monthly. And I'm over here like wondering why shit ain't getting, you know, better. And I'm not saying like, okay, and then realizing that, another thing, okay, when I step back and look at that, I was like, man, so what am I doing? Okay, I'm not really working my personal development, so it's affecting me. But not only that, talking about the platform that we have, man, it's affecting those who are under me, right? Example, wife and kids. So, not to say, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that, I mean, I wake up every morning, man, hey, I want to be a good dad. I want to be a good husband. You know, that's my goal. The goal never changes. It's just, you know, there's I'm going to use, you ever seen the movie 8 Mile?
yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. So, you know, Eminem, he asked his buddy for the ride to work or whatever, right? So they're in the car, and he's right there, it's early in the morning, whatever. And he's like, he tells his buddy, he goes, hey, man, do you ever wonder when you need to stop living up here and start living down here, right? So he's trying to say, like, he's over here trying to be a rapper, and maybe he needs to just, you know, let that go and start living down here. And I said to myself, man, as far as this goes, I said, man, when am I gonna stop living down here and living up here, man, just getting by instead of going for greatness? Because my wife, my kids, they deserve greatness from me, man. They really do. They don't deserve for me to just be getting by, being mediocre. And so I said, man, okay. And like I said, I wouldn't do this stuff on purpose. I said, man, okay, but you know, life, like we go into it, man. Life is hard, right?
It is.
It is gonna bring you down.
Things are gonna happen day in, day out.
Yeah, and you get into it like where, okay, it's easy to say, hey man, let's stay positive, right? Or everything's gonna be okay. But man, life hits you, you know, you're in a position where like, man, what am I gonna do? You know, it's hard. Everything's negative. How do I stay positive? So I started thinking, I was like, damn, all right. Well, you had brought up, let's use that. Let's use the GPS thing that we had talked about before. How does it go? You set your location in the GPS, and you know where you're going, right? You got your destination, right? But the GPS tells you turn left, turn right, right?
Aaron always talks about it.
Yeah.
So he it's like you type in the address, the location where you want to go. The GPS is going to take you there. There's going to be certain things along the road that it might not be a straight shot. It's going to route you to another, like a back road or whatever. Right. Life is going to happen, things are going to happen, but you already know where you want to go. So no matter what, you got to keep going. No matter what, you just got to know where you want to be. You can't hit a target.
Yeah. I mean, and it's like you say, like you set that goal out there, right? You put your destination in, and sometimes there's, it's complicated on how to get there, right? And sometimes you don't really know how you're going to get there, but you know where you need to go. And I think that's where I was at. I think a lot of people fall into that. And so, but sometimes it can, when you don't know how to get there, of course, it's going to make it hard to get anywhere, right?
Yeah, and I was just listening to, like, I was listening to all this, like, positivity, but not just listening to it, taking action to doing the things that you said you want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, you're right. And, like, man, another thing too, like, okay, when it comes to, growing as a person or developing as a person, it's just like anything good in life. It go back to talking about, man, it enhance the quality of life, man, which is like a big thing. That personal development, that's okay. Anybody wants that, right? But just like any good thing in life, bro, you gotta work for it. I mean, it's like the greater the prize, the bigger the prize. It's like Gary said, man, you can't just work it once a week. You gotta work it every day, bro. You gotta have a plan in place, right? And I mean, consistency. And which is, we're good at that exactly, because I mean, it's like you say, you could know where you're going, but how to get there is another obstacle, because there's a lot of bumps and roadblocks and detours on the way.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think, like, sometimes, well, for me anyways, I was like, man, like I said, I wasn't maximizing my potential, and I wasn't maximizing the potential of the ones that fall under my influence, bro. Like my kids and my wife, like I said. And I said, man, you know what? Okay, something's got to change. So, all right, man, stay positive, right? Okay, I get it, man. It's like I said, it's hard. Life's hit. I said, man, what can I do? So I said, man, I started looking, and all right, what's stopping me? What's holding me back, right? So, like, some things that instead of sometimes, like, let's work it backwards, instead of saying, hey, let's stay positive, okay, well, let's work it backwards, man. Let's see what's in my way. And once you can do that, right, so like I say, what's in my way, what's stopping me? All right, say whatever it could be. We're about to go into the list of things that were my roadblocks, and I think apply to you on some, and probably a lot of other men or people. And I know that first I had to identify it, man. I had to identify these negative roadblocks, right? I had to know what it was. So that was the step one, right? So I identified it, and then I was like, okay, well, now that I identified it, I gotta own it, man. I gotta own it. I gotta say, man, this is holding me back. This is stopping me. This is stopping me from the life that I want, and the life that those who I care about deserve, bro. Because really, you know as well as I do with your kids, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
That was all giving them what. Right, so, I mean, we're on the same page in that. And then I said, okay, so once I can identify it and I can own it, then as a man, bro, you really got no choice. If you're going to call yourself a man, right, you really got no choice, because once you can identify it and own it, and you know that it's stopping you.
That's the hard part, right?
Right, but then once you can do that, and you say you're a man, well, then the rest falls into place, because all you got to do is change it, right? I mean, commit. There you go.
Like, what are you willing to give up in order to move forward? Maybe certain things that's holding you back at the moment. When I first started Herbalife, I used to chill with the homies, and the homies always used to tell me, like, hey, man, we're gonna go to Miami. and you know what? Like, it was time for me to, like, my weekend with my son. So I didn't value the time with my son, because I was in this bad habits that I was like, you know what? Hell yeah, let's go. So then I'll be like, hey, man, I can't pick up my son. Like, what? I got something to do. So then you create all this unnecessary drama and like things like that because of your own actions. So when I started Herbalife, I was like, you know what? Only trips that I'm taking is Herbalife trips, which are business trips to develop myself in order for me to become better in what I'm doing.
Exactly, because you're using your time. And see, that's something, man, you touched on something good about the time, bro. And what people don't realize, a lot of people, they look at money and value things with monetary value, right? But the most important thing that anybody has to give anybody in this life, bro, is not a dollar. It's their time, bro. It's the time. It's the time spent with somebody, because you can never get that back, man.
Yeah.
And once we realize that, and once we realize what we want to do with that time, do we want to do, like you said, better ourselves with that time, or do we want to chill with a home? We all fall there. We all fall there. And then once
you're doing the same,
exactly, bro.
Whatever you're doing right now, and wherever you're stuck at the moment, just look at what you're doing, and that's what's got you to the place and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So now you gotta make those changes and stuff like that. Like, man, if chilling with your boys doing stuff that's not helping you grow, doesn't mean stop talking to them. But you know, you gotta make a change where, all right, cool. You know what? We still cool and stuff like that, but I'm trying to better myself. So let me do these things for a minute, real quick, while I grow as a person and my business grows and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And now you're.
And the thing is, like, those people that you have to tell that to or whatever, and usually because it's a philosophy that I'm kind of coming into terms with myself, bro. It's like, look, man, I'm doing something better for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to better myself, right? I recommend you come along with me. I care about you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're gonna get upset with me and be mad at me and not want to chill with me for me trying to go better myself, well, I mean, I gotta look at that situation, bro, and I gotta say, hey, man, that person might not really care about me, or at least they don't care about me the way that I care about them
At the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah.
And like you said, you don't give up on them or nothing like that, but you gotta. I mean, but there's a point where your own health and you know, it trumps that. It trumps their feelings. It trumps everybody's feelings, bro. Your own mental health and your own well-being, bro. It comes a point where it trumps all that, and you need to take care of yourself so you can take care of it. You know, it really does work like that. Which, like, so identify, and I keep referring to my handy dandy notebook, bro. Remember I told you, my girl, she's making fun. She called me Blue's Clues.
Yeah, but that's good though.
Well, I mean, I like it. I like writing stuff down. It helps me. It helps me, bro. It helps me think. It helps me remember too.
Yeah.
You know, we got so much stuff going on. You know,
Yeah,
I like
a lot.
this. We gotta start making lists. I got like fucking 30 lists, and they're all full, man. yeah. But no, yeah. So I got, you know, we covered a couple of these negative roadblocks, man. I mean, and these are, like I said, these are mine, some of mine, some of yours, and I'm pretty sure that they're common, bro. I see it taking place, and a lot of people don't know that, you know, they don't realize them. So this is share what ours are, share what kind of been holding us back to try to help. Maybe if it's holding some other people out there back, right?
Uh-huh.
So we'll get into one, man, that's really plagued me. It's really plagued me over the years, and it's procrastinating. Well, they all have, but procrastinating, bro. Procrastinating. Yo, we all know what it is. What is it? It's putting shit off when you're supposed to do it.
I'll start Monday.
Yeah.
Dude, everybody's like, I'll start Monday.
Exactly.
And
how many Mondays that goes by, bro?
Monday. Like, you don't know, like, if you really want them, and just start right there and then. Like, you know, I gave you this example where my boy, like, I wanted results, and I wanted to make a change, so I hit one of my boys out in California, and I paid for my meal plan. And it's including like workout routine and everything with my Herbalife products. And I got it on a Wednesday night, and I told my boy, I was like, my other boy, I was like, yo, man, I got the meal plan already. He's like, oh, man, it's badass. So when you start, I'm like, man, I'm gonna start Monday. You know, in my head, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna eat all of this. Like,
yeah, red flags. You just put it on. Like, I mean, what you got Thursday, you got Friday, you got Saturday.
Yeah,
what's that?
I'm gonna wait till Monday. He's like, why Monday, man? Why not start tomorrow? No, he said, why not start today? I'm like, well, I still gotta buy everything. All right, cool. You know what? Then tomorrow. So I was like, and that was on a Thursday. I was like, bet. It was a 12 workout routine. Meal plan, 12 weeks. 12 weeks. It's, no, I mean, like, it's some work, you know. Like, you have to be committed, dedicated, consistent.
But tell me this, bro. Now, that's what I tell a lot of my clients too. Those of y'all that know, we do, you know, we're here at Beauty and Beast Fitness. Got the personal training. I got the guys and youth I train. Basically, we lift weights and box, man. We have fun.
Having a positive impact in the community.
Yeah, man, that's what we do. That's what we do. Try. And we come in here, man, my guys, and we talk, bro. We talk. We get stuff off our chest. It's like a little there. But, you know, talking with them, and like you say, now, 12 weeks, it seems like a long time, right?
It does.
But you committed for those 12 weeks.
I did.
Now tell me, bro, you committed 100% for those 12 weeks, bro. What was it like? What were the results like? Because I know they were amazing. They had to be amazing, bro. But every time you commit for 12 weeks, 100%, bro.
Not only that, like, it's what I do. So me getting new results created me getting new clients.
Yeah.
And just by me doing what I say I wanted to do and stuff like that, you know. So I feel better. I was the leanest that I ever got. I got down to 149, 9% body fat. Abs were popping out. Muscles, 8-pack. So it felt good, and I was like, man. When you think about it, it was like it's 3 months, like 12 weeks. It's about 3 months.
Right. People will say that.
It's
a long time.
Yeah, it's a 90-day plan, and just be consistent. Like, yo, I get to treat myself every. It was like every other week.
Right.
And then I'll go out and I'll eat and then I'll get back on track.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. Right. But let me ask you. But let me ask you this. That's you had the plan. You had the 12-week plan, and like going into it, you're like, fuck, man, that's a long time, right? 3 months, right? 3 months. But okay, 3 months. You got abs. You were rid. You were 9% body fat, right? 3 months. So fuck, man, it's a long time. How fucking long did it take you to get to where you were unhappy with the way that you look?
So you don't realize it. It takes time, yo. It takes from whenever you, man. It was what it took to get wherever I was. It took me, man. I started when I was what? Hold on, 2013. I was probably like 15. No.
Yeah, not already. I don't know how old you are, bro.
Man, I don't know, but up to that point, from when I was born to the time that I said, man, enough is enough.
Make the change.
I'm tired. It took me about like, man, you know, I was 29. I think I was like 28, 29 when I decided to make a change because I was tired.
So let's say at least 20 years, 15, 20 years.
Yeah, I would say like 20 years because it started when I was little.
Right. The Cantito, no matter, give me a taco,
whatever, you know. So eating all that good stuff like the pussas, all that.
Oh,
I still eat them though. I ain't gonna lie, man. But
hey, you gotta enjoy
balance it out. Yeah,
balance.
Balance. So I promote a healthy, active lifestyle. So I help people lose weight. I help people make a change. And it's not just about losing weight. It's about getting started. When you get started, you start feeling good. You start getting the energy. Then you just start like, I feel good. Like that's what got me because I started feeling good, man. Because I started getting the energy because I was like hyped up. People thought like my boys were like, man, you just trying to. I was like. They're like, you just trying to make it sound like, no, man, this tea,
good, bro.
That's what I'm drinking, the tea. And I've been drinking that tea for 7 years now. I've changed it up, different flavors and stuff like that, but I drink it every morning, man. Like me, I did it for 8 years. You don't realize what you're taking in and what's not helping you, beneficial for you. You know, like, so for 8 years, I had a venti americano, double shot of espresso, 10 packs of sugar. So I used to get those 10 packs of sugar and just open it up.
Not even sweet those, huh?
No.
Regular cane sugar, the good stuff, man.
This was every day, holidays, hungover, whatever. That was the first thing I did.
Wow.
Go get a coffee, and I wouldn't eat till like 2 or 3. Because I wanted to finish my work, because I wanted to do, like, so my body got used to it, so my bones used to ache. Like, if I grab something like this, man, like, my bones used to ache, my back used to ache.
People don't realize that shit, it starts from what you're putting in your body, man.
Yeah.
If you can change your diet, you can really eliminate a lot of that stuff, man. A lot of the like you say, the arthritis, you know, the because I go through it myself, bro. Whenever I'm eating bad or whenever I get off, I feel it. I feel it in my body.
Yeah. So making that change, so that's what got me, how I felt. It's not just about losing weight, it's how I felt. So I promote a healthy lifestyle, like balancing, like, bro, I love to eat.
Man, don't we all, bro? I mean, food tastes good. Some food tastes better than the other. Let's just be real about it. A burger tastes better than coffee to me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta balance it out. You know, back then I never used to eat veggies or anything like that.
But okay, but see, but look at this, because like a lot of people coming in, what they don't realize. Okay, let's go back to that, right? Like it took you like 15, 20 years to get there. It took you 12 weeks of committed, like 100% commitment, which ain't on 15, 20 years. That ain't shit, bro. It's worth it, right? And then once you get to that, because it will, man, for most people, bro, a full commitment of anywhere from 3 to 6 months, bro. We've seen it. I've seen it, man. A full commitment out of somebody for 3 to 6 months is completely transform yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Make a change. Like I just said, follow a simple meal plan. Change up your eating habits. Just little changes that make a big difference. That doesn't mean like I never tell people like, hey yo, stop everything that you're doing,
right,
and just do this or just do this. Like because they're gonna end up quitting.
Well, see, you can gut it out, bro. If you can gut it out for 3 to 6 months on a committed plan, then you're where you want to be. And then from there, you know what I'm saying, you can have a cheat meal here and there, right?
Treat yourself a lot. Balance it out. Like, yo, you staying active, you don't want abs, that's cool. I said you don't want abs, then yeah, you can eat this and just work out.
Right.
And then take care of your nutrition.
It's like I told you, you know, like my philosophy is super okay, because I had to put it down, bro. It took, you know, for the committed time that we say, man, you put it, whatever it is, 3, 6 months, we'll say it in there, bro. Commit for that, get where you want to be, and then from there, like, I might go off for a week or two, right? But I'm gonna say this, I always try to keep myself where I'm a week or two within. I know that if I commit myself for 1 week or 2 weeks, I'll be right back where I was at. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna let myself get too far away from that. But you gotta get to where you wanna be first before you start indulging yourself more and more, right? And so that's the thing, that's kind of the process behind it. But yeah, man. Back to the list of the negative roadblocks, we'll go into the next one, man, which they all kind of go hand in hand and they all tie into each other, I believe. But the inconsistency, bro. Let's talk a little bit about that.
That's
being inconsistent.
That's a killer, man.
Isn't it though?
It is. In order to get somewhere, you have to be consistent. In order to get results, you have to be consistent. In order to grow your business, you have to be consistent. And a lot of times, not being consistent because maybe you don't see it like right there and then, or
right.
It's not gonna happen overnight. So people get discouraged. I get discouraged. Maybe I'll lose focus on what I said I wanted to do, and then I get sidetracked by something else, and then
it happens, bro.
Now I'm not following what I say. I'm not doing what I said I want to do, and I start doing other things, and that's when consistency comes in. And I'm working on it. Like I'm still working on it.
It's like Gary has said, bro. We gotta do it daily, and we're doing a complete disservice, bro. Not only, and that's what I'm really, you know, we're talking about it, man. We're disservicing ourselves. Not only, you know, the ones that, but the world, bro. The world, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Gonzalo. In my opinion, bro, the world needs men to come together and start trying to build each other up, like we're talking about, like the purpose is behind this, bro, so that we can, you know, we can try to combat a lot of the negativity, because like you say, bro, life is hard, and negativity is all around you, so that's why it's hard sometimes. That's why sometimes we're inconsistent, bro, because we let these negative things just baffle us, bro, and then
bring us down.
Exactly. And another one is, for example, we make excuses, right? But excuses is like they say. I told my daughter the other day, they cracked up. They were like, "You remember the old man? Excuses are like assholes." Why, Dad? Everybody has one and they all stink. You ever heard that one? You ever heard that? Oh man. They used to hit me with that all the time. So I told the kids I brought it old school on that one. So, but it's true. So like we all know excuses can be bad, but I think the worst ones probably are the ones that we portray like they're legitimate reasons, bro. Like we convince ourselves in our own minds that we're telling this person that we can't do it because there's I mean it's a legitimate reason. It's not just a bullshit excuse, right? But I think like, okay, what's the most common one, bro? I would say it would be, man, I don't have enough time, right?
Time.
Then we always tell them, hey bro, can you come help me move, man?
Like,
what? I would, bro, but I'm doing this one because I don't got time, man. I don't even know what time he needs me to come help him move, man.
Man.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, but we use that excuse, bro, and we try to portray like it, because really, if we're honest with ourselves, Gonzalo, we could probably try to find a way to make time. And it's like we're saying.
So here's the thing. So when you want something, you'll find a way. Where there's a way, there's a will.
Well, yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. Yeah. You're right.
So you'll find, like, if it's something like, yo, you trying to do something like fun for you.
Right. Okay. Like when like you said, what was it? What was it the other day? About all right, man, building the business, right? Let's say, man, I want to start my own business, build a business, right? Or get the rims, right?
Yeah. Like, okay, so there's things I tell my boy, I was like, hey, and we would put the same energy as when we want something materialistic, like maybe let me see, man, I started longboarding. So it's
what is it? What is it?
Longboarding.
Tell me. Hold on. I don't mean to get too much. What's that?
It's like it's a skateboard, but it's
with
longer.
So it is what the title says.
Longboarding. So it's a good workout. But like I said, like because I wanted a longboard, I started looking for all these and doing all this extra work for me to find out about this longboard.
About longboarding, right?
Yeah, I'd be like, hold on, let me watch some videos about what wheels are good and what longboard is good and stuff like that. And then I started longboarding. So I'm putting like, because I want it.
Right.
Yeah.
When was this, bro? Was it when I called you like a couple days ago to help me move, man?
I said about the longboard.
I can't help you, bro, on this longboard, man.
I'm right here longboarding. Yeah, my heels hurt though, bro, for real.
For the longboard?
Yeah, bro, like, I can barely walk and feel like that, so I'm chilling right now.
Yeah. Recovering. Hey, you got some BCAs? The BCAs mixed with the T too?
Got it.
Good.
So, but like I said, when you want something, you'll find a way to do it and stuff like that.
You put the time.
If we would put the same energy into building our business or doing the things that we say we want to do, like really want to do, like in order for you to grow, I tell my boy, I'm like, yo, man, we be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Because we don't stop until we find it and stuff like that. But it's crazy how materialistic things could get us like that. And
other things that could help your personal development, right? But why is that, bro? I like to think because, I know, man, because the things that are good for you are harder to get, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, harder.
It's harder.
It's a lot of work and stuff like that. Back then I used to like freaking go buy shoes every weekend and stuff like that. And it's things that I didn't need. So with personal development, I've been able to learn how to control a lot of things that I use, a lot of my bad habits that I used to do and stuff like that.
Because you got your stuff that you're using to work your personal development, and you kind of put a filter up, right? Like, okay, this is good for me, and this is exactly.
So now I have to do this. There's certain things that I have to do in order for things to happen.
The way you want. What you want out of life, right? Your dreams and aspirations that we, right?
There's a lot of things that you're not gonna want to give up, like me. I had a bad drinking habit.
Right. Yeah, we talked about that, man.
When you drink
alone, bro.
Yeah, when you drink and stuff like that, it leads you to certain things that maybe you don't want to do, or certain things start happening.
Whoa.
You start blacking out, or whatever, So I went sober for 3 years, and it's something that I was like, you know what, change. And I changed that.
And what happened to your life, bro?
It was just like so, like I felt good.
It got better, right?
Yeah.
Automatically.
It was like, it's over 3 years. And I'm like,
I mean, it's like you said, okay, and well, let's get into that a little bit too, because sometimes you fall into like drinking, right? I mean, so when we start bad habits like that, bro, at an early age, or it's some people can say it's predetermined. I mean, I know you had said, I think you had said your dad was alcoholic also, or drank. Well, I know.
He drank, like not an alcoholic. Drank.
Yeah, so it kind of came into like getting.
So,
and my mom was an alcoholic.
I felt like it was. Like me, like I told you about this moment where I really thought I was gonna be drinking for the rest of my life.
I get it, bro, because I was there,
working on motorcycles and stuff like that, and I was just like, man.
And you look at it and you're like, man, this is, and you get.
This was 7 years ago.
Yeah, no, we were talking about that because it's weird how the things happen in centers, but and you get it, you get that, bro. You get and you look at yourself, and it's that Eminem thing. It's like you start thinking like, man, we're not, you know what? I'm not gonna live up here, man. I'm living here, and you accept it, right? You start accepting like this is my life.
A lot of people don't realize.
Man.
They're so used to a certain way that they see no other way. Like
But you speak stuff into existence. What were you just telling me about your buddies, bro? Every time, what would y'all say before y'all went down?
Growing up, we were in gangs and just being out there in the streets and stuff like that. And every time we used to go out, it was just a group of us where we'd be like, hey man, wear your weights.
Right.
I had no idea about law of attraction or personal development.
Nothing, right? Nothing positive things like that. Nothing.
So when I grew, like now that I started doing personal development, started learning about attraction and what you speak out, you like
it happens, bro. What you put it out there is what you gonna get.
And then be like, wear your whites, because when you go to county and stuff like that, I don't know.
Yeah, those are part of who don't know, but like you wear your whites, you get to keep them.
You get to keep your socks.
It's more comfortable staying, right?
Yeah. Especially because it's cold.
It's cold.
So
bro.
We used to be like, wear your whites, and we always used to be wearing like white boxes.
And y'all would say that because y'all were saying like y'all already knew y'all was gonna go do some shit, and you're more than likely getting locked up.
Here we go.
So let's make our stay in jail comfortable as possible, right? And it's fucked up, man. But
now that I think about it, I'm like, dang, we didn't even know.
And you had that power back then, bro, and you didn't even realize it, right? And now that you realize, and it's crazy because now we're coming into our own. We're getting older. We're learning from our mistakes, bro. And the great thing is that we're trying to do better, and that's step one, I would say, right? You're trying to do better, and.
Yeah, a lot of people might not see the work that you've been putting, or they might still tell you all this negative stuff like, yo, I'm not who I used to be
7 years
ago or 10 years ago. It's been hard work. Now, maybe in your eyes, I'm not who you want me to be, but I am better for myself than who I used to be.
Yes.
And I've grown as a human being. Like, I'm able to, because my parenting, bro, like it sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't know how to be a parent.
Right.
I was, they used to tell me that I was selfish, and I said, I'm like, selfish, man, whatever.
But that's what it is.
If you really think about it.
No, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is, bro.
If you're buying yourself all this and that, like shoes, this, but you don't have money to do other things,
right? You're fucking being selfish, bro. And even we're being selfish. Look, and even to the extent right now, bro. Now that we're older, and now that we realize, because it's like the Spider-Man that when the uncle tells him, with great power comes great responsibility, bro. Now that we're older, we realize who's underneath us and stuff, and who we're affecting. And we're just disservicing by not working this personal development, bro, right?
Yeah.
Because,
and I've been able to grow because of super grateful, man. Like, not just because Herbalife Nutrition is just a platform where, one, it provided me good nutrition, and it also taught me to work on myself.
Bro, it puts you in a positive environment, man. That's, I'd say, part
that's
of
what attracting. Yeah,
right?
It is. It's the positivity because everybody's like,
they're feeling good.
So now they're encouraging you. Now
you got some of that shit, bro.
You get introduced to Mark Hughes and Jim Rohn, like the audios, and you work on yourself. You're able to work on yourself, not just because you want to lose weight, but like personal.
Yeah.
And then now you're becoming a better human being.
Right. And it trickles down to your kids, to your whoever.
Everything.
And you started it off, which is where I want to go with it next, man. It's right there. It's caring what the world thinks, bro. Caring what other people think, and that's what you have to release, right? And you're really good about that, And I know some people. I'll tell you this, bro. We talked a little bit about what was going on with me, and I fell down with all these negative roadblocks, man. The reason that I was at that point, bro. You talk about rock bottom or whatever, and you think you're not gonna get any lower, bro. Well, I was there, man. I mean, sometimes everything looks a certain way, but everything ain't what the fuck it seems, bro. Sometimes you're going through some shit, or this person is, and we all gotta realize that, bro. And anyways, because it happens, bro. Life is hard on everybody, but just because it's hard on everybody, man, doesn't mean that you can't fight your breath back. You know what I'm saying? You can't combat it with all the negative things, but you can combat them with positivity, because at the end of the day, it's numbers, bro. It's simple as 2 positives, boom, you crush the negative. So I mean, that's what we're trying to do here, right? Get more positives so we can start knocking out these negatives. And man, caring what the world thinks, bro. Let me rephrase that. When you can actually sit there and say, man, I really don't give a damn what this person thinks about me, or what this person has to say about me. I really don't, because and reason that I say that it's so free is because that's how I feel right now, and I can honestly say that because I feel good. Because for me, I say, all right, man, I'm gonna get right with God. I'm gonna do what He wants. I'm gonna trust in that, and fuck the rest, bro. I really don't care what anybody else has to say about it, man. Either you're gonna be on my side helping me, trying to get better and trying to make people better, or if not, man, I mean, I'm just gonna go about my way and try to help people that want to be helped, or try to help myself, bro. Because at the end of the day, you know, if you're not helping yourself, you can't help anybody.
Yeah,
Right?
if your energy is not out there, man, like you're not gonna attract anybody. Like yeah, like how they, like my boy says that your vibe attracts your tribe. Everybody like this, you know, just saying your vibe attracts your tribe and stuff like that. If your energy is good, man, good energy is gonna, you're gonna start attracting good people that are gonna provide that. And a lot of times, you know, like me, I like chilling by myself, man. I'm more like kind of like not a loner, but kind of like I like my time, you know, like chilling at home and stuff like that. But if I don't surround myself with positive people, then kind of like my vibe starts going down.
Oh yeah, well definitely. Well,
and there's certain things like you were saying what the world thinks. It's not really what. Yeah, it is, but I think it's only like not even a handful of people that could actually kind of affect certain things.
Right.
I feel because of the situation that you're in. You're like, damn, like, am I really? But yo, if you know you're working on it and you're working on yourself and you're not who you used to be, like
right. Well, that's the key, bro. And I want to, because like you said about what the world thinks, and then sometimes, bro, we got people close to us too, and we care about them. And sometimes also, you just gotta be like, you can't care what they think either, because sometimes you gotta just be like because maybe they got some negativity going on in their life, and you know, everybody's got stresses, so they can come at you, and it's somebody that you can, right, and they're gonna
just let it out. I'm like, yo, what the
right.
I thought we were just cool and stuff like that, but you know what?
But you can't control that, right? You can't control what they come and tell you, which
it used to affect me.
It does, bro, and that's what, and it affects a lot of people, bro. That's why
it used to affect me a lot because they had control of how I felt.
Yeah.
But the minute you start realizing, like, yo, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they had a bad day. Maybe they're going through some. I'm like, all right, cool. Just smile.
Yeah. Find ways just to let it go.
Like, all right, cool. You know what? Cool. Exactly. All right, cool. Yeah, man.
I mean,
and just kind of like,
because if you
from
do
the negativity, man, just kind of like, yo, if you have no control over what's happening, then don't allow it to drag you down.
Right.
If people are talking shit, don't allow that shit talking bring you down, because how you act and you let it affect you. Like at the moment, you're like, man, this and that, and you're like freaking stressing about it, or you're so concerned about it. Well, say you're over there living your life, and I always tell my people, like, yo, like,
or regardless, that person that was talking shit, their life is probably going around talking shit about other people too, and that's what they do, or whatever. They let them do that.
They're living their life, but then you're over here stressing about certain things that you have no control over. Like, you're always gonna have those people that are always insecure, talking mad, like.
And you can't give a damn what they think, bro. Like for some, and it's to the point. Like even we'll talk to some young men out there. You can have somebody in your face just telling you, hey man, you ain't good enough. You're not gonna make it. You know, and the world has a tendency to do that, bro. The world has a tendency to like try to place you in a box from the get go, like and just to put
you see somebody like
us. Not even bad. It ain't. That's another thing, because it ain't even about black, white, Mexican, bro. You just look at us, or maybe like how we were, and you say, hey, right? I mean, you get it. The world's gonna be like, damn, bro, he's about to rob me. You know what I'm saying? What? But you can't let what they think about you, bro. You can't let what they say. Oh man, he looks like a thug. Or I mean, you know, there's certain situations where but you can't let that. You can't let that make you become who you are, bro. You know what I'm saying? As long as you know your intention.
It could be hard, man, but if you know who you are, you know you got good intentions and you're working on yourself.
Okay, and that's good. That's good, because we're going to
man. Keep going.
Yes.
Like, keep doing you.
Because like
maybe you're not inspiring them, but there's other people that are watching. Like say social media. Social media is a big platform where you get out there and people start seeing like what you do and stuff like that. Like I documented pretty much everything, not because I want to show off or anything like that, but I do get those messages like, yo man, you inspire me, man. I love seeing you because I see you, just like I see other men, good father figures to their sons.
Yes,
yo,
bro.
I get that, and I'm like, yo, you know, I could work on myself, and I could do certain things like that. Like I watch my it's a social media friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, never met the guy, but he's vegan, fitness, good man. And then I watch him how he is with his son,
Right.
and how they go out to eat at a park and stuff like that. Like they're just being active and stuff like that. Creating those healthy habits, and the son is growing up. That's how they grow up, like healthy habits and stuff like that. And I see
that's what happened to us.
when he documents all that stuff. I'm like, yo, man.
Yes.
That's badass. So guess what I do? I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to better the relationship with my son, and me and my son start doing certain things that I never used to do. And we hold ourselves back because maybe we never got that.
Bro, see, that's where I was gonna go with that because have you made that connection, right? That we weren't putting that shit out there because in the beginning, because that's not what was put into us, bro. Right? I mean, as kids, because that shit wasn't put into me, and riding bikes and all that bullshit.
I had good parents and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
good, hardworking parents. There was 6 of us.
But there's more to just bringing a paycheck and putting it on the table, bro. That's what we talk about. Living down here and living up here. The family, your kids need more than that, bro.
I think maybe if I would have, you know, I got into gangs, but it wasn't because I had bad parents or anything like that, you know, like it was just because I just connected with the homies and stuff like that at the time, you know. I was just like, that's what I decided to do and stuff, you know. But my mom always taught me good. I was raised with my stepdad, and he was there, you know. But I never, like, I don't think they were working so much that maybe if I would have been in sports, maybe I would have taken a different route. Maybe, I don't know.
You never know.
But like I said, I'm super grateful for everything that has happened to me and how because it's molded me too.
It does, bro. It does, and it's like we talked about a little bit. Because I can go into mine, man. Like because everybody got kind of like. Well, for me personally, I know I really do. Because like, you got 2 parts, right? I mean, because for the first 8 years of my life, man, they were rough. Like I said, I was bouncing around, and I ain't gonna get too much details or whatever.
Yeah.
After that, I was raised by my grandparents. You know, my grandma, and my grandpa. They took care of me better, right? They provided a better thing. But you know, it was like you said, bro, for a little kid, man, out there running around in the streets, like type of and so that kind of stuck with me because those years were very, very, very important to my growing up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 0 to 8, right? So a lot of that stuff stuck with me. But at the same time, like you said, you were raised right, you know, so even though you went off the path a little bit, then more because they put good morals in me also. So I feel like even if I was maybe getting off the path, thank God, bro, that we were raised. That it does. We gotta keep in mind, bro, the shit because the stuff that your parents told you, even though you got off the path, later on, you're like, oh no, man, they were right, and you're back right now, and now you use it, right? You use it to tell your kids. So I mean, it's not always about. We gotta remember, bro, that. It's not always about if you get off the path or you make a mistake, which I'm going to go into this one next, bro, is worrying about past mistakes. Now, I don't know about you, man, but like I said, man, I ain't going to get too much into all of my situation just yet on that. But, bro, I was down and I was just looking at every mistake that I ever made and that put me in a situation, and I was just worrying about it, like, man, and because with each mistake put me deeper in the hole, bro. They put me deeper in the hole, right? I was just digging more of a hole with each mistake. And that's how I felt. And it got to the point where, I mean, okay, let me ask you that. Have you been in that situation where you were ever worrying? I mean, how does that...
there's quotes that say, like, things don't happen to you, they happen for you.
Right.
So everything that happens is either to mold you, for you to learn, for you to grow through whatever you're going through. Yeah, you grow. Right. So I don't really sit here and be like, man, I should have never. It already happened.
Right.
So when things happen, like growing up, I did a lot of bad things. Freaking all this other stuff, So.
Well, see, and a lot of that stuff I would say is it's easier to let go, right? Because at the times you were making those mistakes, for example, then you know you were, it was just you, right?
Yeah, well, when things happen now, it's just kind of like, all right, cool, I did that, so it's gonna happen. It's still gonna happen. Like, I have no control, so I can't sit here and be like, damn, man, like I shouldn't. It already happened.
Learn from it, bro.
Learn from it and grow from it, and move on. Like, but if you continue doing the same shit over and over, then guess what? Then
you're gonna get you get the same results, but then they say you're expecting a different result, but then that's a definition of insanity, right? I guess, or something like that. I don't know.
No. You gotta change. There's certain things that you gotta change up, like in order for you to move forward. You gotta There's a lot of things that you have to let go. You have to like that's why I say like I'm always super grateful for everything that happened to me. Like I wasn't like the worst one growing up or anything like that. I still had like good manners, and I still had I did my
you dirt, bro. Yeah. Everybody done some dirt. I don't care who you are, man. You got some dirt.
I did that, but now it's kind of like, I don't want to go back to that because
I
have a lot more to lose than just.
Well, see, I'm gonna get let me. Because I mean, and that's good. Like about the not, because that's a big one, bro. And that one on my list, bro. The worrying about past mistakes was really probably one of the most detrimental, bro, to my person. Just because of the simple fact, because some of the mistakes that I was making, bro, it wasn't when I was just a young stupid kid, or you know what I'm saying. I mean, I made mistakes as an adult that were affecting, and they were affecting. You know, like I say, the people that are under my influence, my wife and kids, bro. And so with that, you know, when you start doing that and you feel like, man, you're lowering maybe their quality of life along with yours, it's like, oh shit, man, then comes guilt. And because we don't want to do, bro, I never would want to do that, right? Ever intentionally would I want to hurt the people that I care about, right? The people that are, so, but it happens, man, and then you fall into that, I fell into that negativity, bro, where I was like, man, it's one, like, man, and then, so what happened was, I started losing self-confidence, bro. And it just, because I started thinking like, man, I make all these mistakes. Is this who I am? Like you said, I'm sitting there, you're right there, you what was it? The Sons of Anarchy live, right? You're right there. You're like, man, I'm drinking the beer. I look in there and I'm like, this is my life, right?
This is how I'm supposed to live.
This is my destiny.
Destined to live and stuff like that. Yo,
that's how I was feeling, bro.
How you living right now is not how you have to be. How you have to be, like, yo, if you're, I don't know, man, I'm just saying, like, yo, listen to Les Brown, man, like, the power of purpose. So I always go back. That's the one audible I always go back to, no matter what. Like, man, I always go back, and he always talks about, like, every time you listen to him, and you're like, yo, like, people are so used to living a certain way that they see no other way. Like, they see no other way.
Yeah, that's what happens, bro.
But there's other ways. Like, yo, you just gotta say enough is enough.
You gotta get out that box that everybody wants to try to put you in, bro.
Make a change.
Exactly. And then we put ourselves in. Sometimes we put ourselves in the box. A lot of times. Most of the time.
Because of self-doubt.
Yes, bro. Lack of self-confidence. And look, all these, I'm just going to run it quick. We talked about procrastinating, inconsistency, excuses portrayed as legitimate reasons, right? Caring what the world thinks, worrying about the past mistakes, right? Which leads to the lack of self-confidence, bro. And then all of these lead, just to nothing but negative stress and negative development, bro. Like they really do. Like, if you let these things pull you down, you're gonna have negative stress, because people stress.
You start worrying about the things that you have no control over.
Yes, bro.
And that's a killer right there.
It's a killer, man. And so, yeah, and it's just you're gonna be just swamped by negative stress, bro. And then you're gonna develop negatively, bro. And then whoever's around you is gonna be feeding off that too, man. And you'll be lucky if they stay around you, honestly, because most people don't want to be around a negative person, bro. And once they start catching that negativity, you're gonna find ways. Because we talked about this too a little bit on my own experience. I'll share, man. When I ain't as positive, bro, even my own kids, bro, I catch them like, man, maybe he's grumpy or whatever. He ain't gonna want to be around me, bro. My wife ain't gonna want to be around me if I'm just nothing but negative, man. Right? So, and there's a time when you get so down, maybe, or you don't even want to really be around yourself, right? Because you just know. But having said all that, I mean, I've been there, bro, and you've been there, right? So we're not there right now. I'm not there right now. Thank God I'm not there right now. And why is that? Because I'm working this plan, bro, and I'm trying to work the plan daily, like because it's good. Because if you let up on it, bro, what's gonna happen? You're gonna fall.
Yep.
What, man? You want to tell them something? Tell them something.
Subscribe to your channel and bye.